Distinguished Toastmaster channel, the spirit of trust. Please welcome Distinguished Toastmaster channel.
If we remove one thing from the world and it will make the world crash, what would it be? The one thing that will make the world collapse. Fellow members, Toastmasters of the day, it is trust. Imagine if we don't have trust in our family, what will happen to our family? If we don't have trust in our business, boss and employee, what will happen to the company? And if we have no trust in the country with the politician and the people, what will happen to the country? You may see some real example nowadays in the political arena. So today I'm going to share with you that one thing that can make the world collapse without it. And let me begin with this. Trust is something like when you throw a pebble stone into the pond, you see a ripple effect. The wave move, expand to the shore, to the side of the pond, right? In the middle is self-trust. And the book authored by Stephen M.R. Covey, the son of Stephen R. Covey, the one who authored the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And this man is the son of Dr. Stephen. He was mentioned in the book that to keep the lawn green and clean. So he is the legacy of the author of 7 Habits. He wrote this bestseller book, The Speed of Trust. So the trust expands from self-trust in the middle of the wave. The second wave is the relationship trust. I will share with you the picture later. So how we trust ourselves? Ask yourself, ask myself, am I a person that I can trust? Why I said that? Because when you want to trust someone, you have to consider something to make you trust people and to trust yourself, right? And this come to a single vocabulary. It's called credibility. If you have credibility, you can trust yourself. People will trust you. And if you are a leader, your follower will trust you. And the credibility can be described by using analogy as a tree. I will share with you now as a trust tree. So let's see. Can you see my screen? This is the book, The Speed of Trust. I bought it many years ago, and I still learn something from it every time I bring back this book to read. And trust can be perceived as the economics. If you are in the high trust organization, the speed will be very low, the speed of doing things. And the cost will be the low trust organization, the speed will be very low and the cost will be very high. But in the high trust, the speed will be very high. Just a phone call, everything will be done. And the cost will be very low. That is economic. And the wave of trust that I mentioned, you can see from this photo. Self-trust Today, I will touch only self-trust. And the rest, you can read it after this. You can check the book review, but today is about credibility and the trust tree that I want to mention today. So let's start from the credibility. Why people trust us? Number one is our character, who we are. And the character is similar to the root underground of the tree. And another one is competence, what we can do. People trust us. So with both of these, you will be a trustworthy man or woman. Let me give you some example. Why we don't trust politicians? Because of underground integrity. They never walk the talk. They talk, but they do different thing opposite, especially nowadays. And they always have the intent, hidden agenda that we all know. Hidden agenda, people will not trust you. And some politicians, they even don't know how to do the job. They just want to take power. They have no capability. They produce no results at the end of the term. So that's why we don't trust people like politicians. You can see. Or you may trust some politician who can produce results, but you doubt about their integrity. You see, you cannot trust them as a person, but you can trust them as the performer. So that is very clear about when you trust people. You don't trust me for sure for my capability to be a surgeon. You want me to give you the big operation? No. You trust me to change the light bulb, right? I am an engineer. So this is very important because capability or competence can be outdated, especially nowadays. So the character will never outdated. So balance this. You can be trusted with your character, but if you produce no result, it's like you have a tree with bear no fruits. People will not trust you at the end of the day because you are worthless, even though you are a good man. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the credibility to make you trustworthy for people. So you know you can develop, you can fix, you can restore the trust. Ladies and gentlemen, back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.